Well, what's poppin', man? It's your boy Trip G. We are here again for another episode of Blunt Convo. We have a special guest, man, a heavy hitter in Oklahoma City. Somebody that's pushing the line in the culture, man. My guy, Willis Writer. How you doing, sir?
Man, bro, blessed, bro.
Man, I love to hear it, man.
Blessed, bro. Highly
Man,
favored, man.
I appreciate you being on the platform, and typically, I don't like to do all the soft intro shit. I say that because I just like to get right into it,
For sure.
And let's talk about upbringing, bro. We'll get into like the artistry and everything first, but I know that you are experienced in the entertainment side itself.
Yeah.
So I just want to ask you, like, as far as growing up, how did you grow or aspire towards the entertainment business?
Man, bro, my mom. Yeah, my mother, bro. I'm Jessica's son, bro. That's you know what I'm saying? It's crazy because, I like how you start with the childhood traumas, you know what I'm saying? You gotta work it out, you know what I'm saying? But I love it. And in which I didn't have really crazy childhood trauma, but it's just certain behavioral things that happen when you're a kid kind of stick with you.
Yes,
but
yes.
one thing that my mom always instilled in me was to be a star. It's crazy, bro. She told me that whenever I was born, she's had a revelation when she was driving, and God told her that I was gonna be as big as the Hard Rock Cafe.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So she's always, told me that. I've always remembered that from a young age, and she pushed me into. First, she kind of like always wanted me, like, as a kid, she wanted me to like dance. Like when we was in like family gatherings or it was a big group of people, if it was music playing, she would want me to dance.
Yeah.
But then it kind of filtered into her wanting me to become an actor.
Wow.
And so as a kid, bro, we used to do she used to make me memorize monologues and all type of, crazy exercises, and just, she would try to get me to learn how to cry on spot. Like she was just really like coaching me, and she just was a real big movie buff, and she's always just been a very creative thinker.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? She's been, my mom, she was an event planner. So she did a lot of different type of parties and adult parties, and just, of course, our birthday party, she just always, planned events and got it together, bro. So I really, my dad, he was more on the sports side because I grew up playing football as well. That shaped me as well. You know what I'm saying? The discipline and the perseverance and the toughness, and all that, that shit that come with sports, bro. The competitive nature. It really shaped me, like balanced me really well between, the physical and the I guess, I equate entertainment to my spiritual and my soul. So you know what I'm saying? So it's like being an entertainer is spiritual for me as well too.
It is.
It is.
I think it's overall like universal.
Yeah. We definitely communicating the other side, you know what I'm saying, for people who wasn't, I guess, chosen to be an entertainer or, you know what I'm saying,
couldn't get it out on me.
Yeah.
And it's crazy, bro. I'm glad that we had this time because I would have never guessed that. And it sounded like you had the confidence early on. You know what I'm saying? Like when my mom, she never told us not to do something. It was if it was something out of line, she's like, no, you ain't doing that. But like she's never told me not to do music. And like with my pops, I watched him doing that, you know what I'm saying, making beats and producing. But as far as having the confidence to like go out there, I had to get that on my own.
Facts.
So with that, bro, you get into the acting first. What was that like for you?
Man, bro, it was crazy. I don't know, it just felt so natural to me, bro. As a kid, I would mimic everything. I guess all kids really do that, but I think I just took it to the next level. You know what I'm saying? I act like the garbage man. You know what I'm saying? The nigga that cut the yard. I call him the lawnmower man, the lawnmower man. Called him. So my grandma, she always told me that I learned how to read real early, and reading it has a lot to do with acting, reading and listening.
Straight up.
So, bro, I started doing skits at a young age, bro. Like I think I started shooting comedy skits. I had this Murray Grease commercial, bro. It's somewhere out there in the ethers, but I think I did that when I was like 12, bro.
Wicked.
So I started acting. Got into skits. I did stand up. You know what I'm saying? Acting is. I feel like I never stopped acting. You know what I'm saying? Kanye, he one of his craziest quotes to me, he was like, you know what I'm saying, we all actors, bro. We tell the kid if they if your daughter was standing on top of the record player, we'd be like, hey, get it out, you better act right. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, we've all been taught how to act, you know what I'm saying, subconsciously, and we all are acting, you know what I'm saying?
Straight up.
You know what I'm saying? It's not like you faking, it's just like, it's the act of engaging, being and engaging with everybody else, you know what I'm saying, in real time, you know what I'm saying? So like, not on TV, but like a play, you know what I'm saying? Because we really living our life on a movie set, you know what I'm saying?
How do you keep that balance between, you know, knowing that you were acting at a young age and then having to find yourself as a man and knowing you? How are you able to have a clear distinction between, okay, this is acting me, this is who I am, though?
Well, okay, I grew up as a Christian as well, and so that tied in a lot. I still, you know, I don't subscribe to the term or label Christian, but I believe in Jesus, bro. I believe in, you know what I'm saying, the Holy Spirit and really what it is, I learned at a young age the fruits of the Spirit.
Right.
So even if I'm acting as if I'm in the Spirit. You know what I'm saying? So like even when somebody would be like, you're acting nice, you're acting, but like I'm being fruitful.
I'm in the Spirit.
The fruits of the Spirit, bro. Love, joy, kindness. I live my life by that, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Being humble.
And Ben, since I've known you, that's something that you've always pushed. Go ahead.
I don't. When you say separate between when I'm acting, I guess I don't think I really separate it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Cause I'm always like bubbly, you know what I'm saying? So people can always would think, you know what I'm saying? I guess I was separated if I'm in an environment where the energy isn't, you know what I'm saying, I guess pleasant to me, or I'll be really quiet, you know what I'm saying? I guess a part of me is a really reserved person. You know what I'm saying? So but you know what I'm saying, just over the years between sports and between, you know what I'm saying, being an entertainer, bro, it's a light switch, bro. That's what they teach us in acting school, is you have to be able to turn it on just like that.
And some people turn that motherfucker on and leave it on. And like to give you more like a basis of where my question coming from. So like example, like I know you heard like the story of like Tupac. When he played Juice, he lost it. You know what I'm saying?
I never heard of that story.
You ain't heard that?
Yeah.
So they said like before he played Bishop in Juice, he was more kind-hearted. Then when he played that role, that's when like the thug life really came. It was like a switch for him. And he never went back. You know, so the fact that you are aware of, okay, when I'm in this space, this is, you know, acting space. But being able to be vulnerable and be yourself is what I mean. You know, because some people act because they're not vulnerable or they don't want to be. But you show that. You wear your heart on your sleeve. So it was just interesting how you able to balance both. Being that you've been doing that shit since you was a kid. You know what I'm saying?
And I haven't got like my big role yet. You know what I'm saying? God willing, you know what I'm saying? I couldn't see myself getting stuck in a role, but maybe that's also why God hasn't blessed me with it yet. So
on me.
You know what I'm saying? It take time to be, you never know when you're ready for that. You know what I'm saying? But like you said, bro, I do wear my heart on my sleeve. And I'm learning to not be, you know, too kind. You know, I'm learning that too. But at the same time, I always go back to the fruits of the Spirit, bro. And you know what I'm saying? That patience, like people don't realize. I was telling my mom the other day, it takes a lot of energy to be patient. Some people are impatient just because they, you know what I'm saying, are tired. You know what I'm saying? It's just like being patient, man, and speaking at a lower. They say whenever you're mad, you're supposed to speak lower.
I've heard that.
Like when you're arguing and something, you're supposed to like talk at a lower tone. The more upset you are. It's just different stuff like that, bro, and just implementing that into my everyday life, bro. I love it. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to teach my daughter. You know what I'm saying? Just to be kind, you know what I'm saying? The fruits of the Spirit, bro. And
since you brought up your daughter, because that was going to be a question later on, but let's get into it now. How's fatherhood been for you, man?
Man, it's been great, bro. It's been great. It's been up ever since she been here. I feel like everything been better. You know what I'm saying?
I love that.
Man, bro, it's like she my good luck charm, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Straight up.
So, I try to take her everywhere I can. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, you know, entertainment world. You can't take them everywhere, but
Right.
the older she get, the more she is gonna be around me. I didn't take her on tour this year, but that's one of my goals for next year's tour is for her to, you know, be there on some of the dates. You know?
Yeah.
I want, you know, the shows to be, you know, that legit and that big enough to where it's space for her to be somewhere in the near vicinity, so where I don't gotta lead a show and she not be there. You know what I'm saying? So, man, that's my baby, bro. Like y'all was talking about earlier, man. It's my one and only. You know what I'm saying? We ain't even got to go into that because, hey, one and done. I don't even got to go to the doctor because I got it. I know that I ain't supposed to be, okay, yeah.
Out of there. Out of there, man.
I love my baby, bro. Got a queen, Supreme. Her name is Supreme.
Hell yeah,
She going to be 2. February 7th.
I love it, bro.
You know what I'm saying? We planning her birthday party, man. That's my baby. I'm going to pick her up when I leave here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Own it, bro. Hey, bro, that's how I gotta be, man. And with that, for mine is 9. Yeah. And it's just like, damn, where'd the time go?
Yeah.
Where'd the fucking
and
time
bro,
go? Bro?
I feel like that's cool that you had her so young, bro.
Yeah.
Like, man, like y'all was able to grow together.
That
you know
part.
what I'm saying?
That
like
part.
that's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's a whole different separate bond for her.
It is,
you know
man.
what I'm saying?
Because like with that, when I had her at 20, you couldn't really separate us. And then like me and her mom had like separated for a little bit of time. She had got her own apartment, I had my own apartment.
Right.
So I wasn't seeing my daughter as much. And this is probably when she was around like maybe like 6 months, about 9 months. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't really getting to see her as much, but then me and her mom got back together. And I was just able to, I even went back to school and finished school, just being there with her and having that drive and that motivation, bro. It was like, damn, I'm getting all this energy off you. I'm bumming up energy you feel me?
Yeah.
But yeah, bro, I wouldn't trade it for nothing.
Yeah, bro.
Nothing
facts.
at all, man. I
it's
look back.
Everybody should get the experience. I feel like that's what God say. You know what I'm saying? Be fruitful and multiply. So
yeah, real shit, bro.
And show you yourself in a different way.
That part.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't if I was to have a kid now at 30. Well, I'm 29 now, but at 30, that's a 10-year gap. You feel me? It's almost like, damn. I kind of.
Bro, you already
10 years ago.
Yeah, bro.
Like what?
Hey.
Yeah, it made me nervous. I was confident about it when having her, but now I'm.
Yeah, and being an artist, bro.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like you said, the responsibility. You know what I'm saying? That's double the responsibility that you already got right now. You already giving that energy to your artistry. Yeah. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? We chosen, bro, like to be artists, to
that part.
You know what I'm saying? And we still did our part on having a reflection. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, cause some people, and you know, it's nothing wrong with being selfish, but you know, people are different levels of selfish. You know, a lot of I always tell people like our opposite sign of Aries is a Libra, and the Libras, they all my Libra friends don't got kids. They all do music. You know what I'm saying? They all, for the most part, established in music. You know what I'm saying?
Damn,
and including December. December not in music, but you know, December she just lived her life.
Yeah.
You know
all
what
the
I'm
Libras I know, they don't have no kids.
It's crazy, bro. And they have this level of selfishness, and it's not bad because you need it.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're an artist, like, you know, sometimes I think about what if I didn't, but at the same time, I wasn't making the moves I was making until I had my daughter. And
that part, bro. That part. I wasn't going this hard until I knew, like, okay, she on my bumper. This is what needs to be happening, man. So I respect that, bro. That's gangster.
Yeah.
So back to like growing up, bro. You getting into music. We talked about the actor side of you. What made you want to get into the artist side?
When did it start? Well, I was always around music. So even when I was doing the skits and stuff, the homies, they was making music. And the homie, so shout out Sir Money, you know what I'm saying?
Sir Money,
Yeah, that's that guy, bro. He in LA now, but bro, he's been making beats, engineering, rapping, singing since he was like 11 years old, and he probably was doing it when he was 10 or 9.
Yeah.
And so whenever we became, we all went to high school together, and his house was like the house, the creative house. You know what I'm saying? We went over there, hoop. We stayed the night. We played the game, did music, did skits. Like we was doing that in high school, and so I was always around the music. I didn't really like do it. Like it was funny because like one of my homies who produces now, he used to write raps for me when we do little skits and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And it's just crazy, like a full circle moment. You know what I'm saying? Like for me to be like actually rapping, and you know what I'm saying, writing records and shit now.
Right.
It just, I think it was just destiny, bro. I think it was just like the law of attraction. You know what I'm saying?
Because you are in the entertainment biz.
Yeah.
Bro. You're in that. Like, you've committed to that at this point. You feel me?
Especially when I was hosting, I was just like immersed in it. You know what I'm saying? Not even an artist, but I was just like in it. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, I think it was just like a combination of inspiration, of just drive, of just like my love for creativity and wanting. I'm just always been one of those persons to want to try everything. Right. Bro, I fell in love with the art of songwriting first, because I'm not a singer, but I always hear melodies. And so from the beginning of me like really doing music, most of my music had R&B hooks on it, but it was always my pen.
Crazy.
You know what I'm saying? But not my voice.
Because, I mean, Willis the Writer, bro. Your shit hard as fuck, bro. The spoken word, all that. But continue.
Yeah. And though, Willis Writer.
Sorry. My bad.
I had to put, it was a perfect time.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
Get it on camera, too.
Yeah, for sure. High def, 4K. But no, it's love. It's fun to be able to work to brand myself better. You know what I'm saying? And show the intention on my branding. Because, you know, it's all about marketing and branding.
Right.
And, but yeah, bro. So, took my hand at music, and I made a song that's still on all platforms called Party Potion. And I think I made a few records before that, but when I made Party Potion with Coriano.
Shout out to Coriano.
Yeah, shout out Coriano Gibson, Oklahoma legend, for sure. So we did Party Potion, and then people really started kind of like to like look at me as an artist. And so that was at the same time when I moved to LA. And when I got there, I was more so poetry. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't all the way confident in being an artist. You know what I'm saying? It really took time and refinement, artist development.
Key words, artist development.
Artist development. And I went through development in LA with the poetry phase. I did work with All Def Poetry. Shout out Russell Simmons, Sheehan, all the All Def poets, Def Jam poets. Did a lot of work with them in LA. I ended up moving from LA to Atlanta. Segue. Atlanta is when everything changed. I worked with my mentors, C.I. Moon, Put Your Heart in It. They're the son and daughter of Stephen Russell Hartz of the group Troop. And so I lived with them in Atlanta and learned from them about spirituality and the music industry, bro. You know what I'm saying? Learned about the law of attraction. And I was in sessions that was, you know, for all type of A-lister artists, you know what I'm saying? Groups of writers and producers working on a record for one A-lister artist. You know what I'm saying, bro?
Shit.
And so that, you know, I fell in love with that, you know what I'm saying? Just the group effort of making records. And so that's some of the culture that I've tried to bring back to Oklahoma. Is semi-successful, you know what I'm saying? But I'm using it for my records, and it's showing. Like Get Back, I wrote Get Back. You know what I'm saying? That was all me. But I'm writing records in groups now. You know what I'm saying?
Because it makes sense, bro.
And
fuck what niggas talking about.
No, for real. It's the industry standard.
Make a record, bro.
It's the industry standard, bro. And for that matter, Get Back was a collaboration with my father. He came up with the concept. He picked the beat of Get Back. He was like, get your Get Back on this beat. I'm like, bet. And so made that record. And I feel like people wasn't taking my music serious till I made Get Back. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like it's a full circle, you know, journey.
And it's crazy to hear you say that too, bro. That you didn't feel like that until you dropped Get Back. You dropped Get Back this year, or was it last year?
June 6th this year.
June this year. And you've been going. So and that's one
thing. Ever since
since
Get Back, it's been crazy.
That's one thing that I don't like about this city. And we're gonna get right back to Get Back and how that's been moving for you. But with this city, bro, it will make you feel like you're not being taken serious. You know what I'm saying? And it'll get you to a point of well, I'm glad it didn't crash you out. It didn't crash me out. But this shit'll crash you out. It'll burn you out for real, bro. Especially feeling like you're not being taken serious or you're having to go out of your way to be just included. Yeah, it's crazy.
But at the same time, you gotta earn it, and that's one thing. Oklahoma, we teach people that you gotta earn it, and for artists like us,
earn it like a motherfucker.
You gotta earn it, bro.
Yeah.
I'll say it a whole lot of times. You know what I'm saying? My pops, you know what I'm saying. We're working together, and he made me earn it. You know what I'm saying? He's been my pops ever since I've been doing the whole thing for 10 years. But now we're collaborating and you know what I'm saying, doing the whole thing the correct way. But bro, especially for artists like us. We're artists that want to be on the radio. We want to be global. We want to tour. We want to. So take money.
Yeah.
So
a lot of it.
A lot of it. And so, you know what I'm saying? I don't put that energy out to the city anymore because of how much I've learned on the other side. You know what I'm saying? Because now I'm here. You know what I'm saying? We own the radio in St. Louis, you know what I'm saying, Rockford, Illinois, you know what I'm saying, and it took money for me to have a manager and to be on tour and to do a show with Waka, like a bag, bro, like a big one.
And that's how you know who's serious and not serious. And I guess that too goes into you now being taken serious. You had to make those moves for now your hometown to be like, okay, he's actually one of them ones. Me being in the same pot with you, bro, I feel like truly, and shout out to GQ, and this is no disrespect to no other artists, bro. I'm just talking about us because I feel like we're in the same generation. You know what I'm saying? But who else in our generation is still going? You know, and like I said,
it's all about consistency.
It's no disrespect or no slack. You feel me? Like even if you look at JB's time, and I say like he old, but I'm just saying like at his time when he was rapping and all them artists that was rapping with him, what happened to them? You know what I'm saying? He's still at this point. So like you said, bro,
Second Chance is still going,
bro.
Certain people still going,
going.
But that's the consistency, bro. And you know what I'm saying? It's all about making timeless music.
That part.
You know what I'm saying? Because if you're not making timeless music, you're going to expire.
If nobody can lean back on something, I can play lit. I feel like that's my timeless in Oklahoma City. You play that lit, hey, that's that. You feel me? So I hear you, bro. It's like, what can we even fall back on? If you ain't got nothing there.
And it takes a lot of work, man. You know what I'm saying? These people we naming, bro, how long you been doing it? A decade or more, right?
Right.
A decade, bro. It take that, bro. And I remember when I first started doing skits, I remember thinking like, man, it's crazy that I'm so young doing this because when I'm 10 years in, I'm gonna still be young. And bro, it's crazy that I had so much foresight, bro. And I knew that I was gonna be amazing after 10 years. It just, man, it's a craft, bro. Like, and people know that they need art, but they don't value it. You know what I'm saying? Because the world, like Quincy Jones said, bro, the world will be nothing without music, bro. You know what I'm saying? People will be depressed at a low frequency. You know what I'm saying? So it's a value. You know what I'm saying? Now it's saturated, but it's a good time, you know what I'm saying? Because it's so saturated, the ones who are really serious is sticking out.
It's sticking out,
sticking out, you know what I'm saying? So it's definitely important to always look at it with an optimistic lane. You know what I'm saying? Because it's all about that mindset, bro. Like you said, you don't want to crash out. You don't want to, you don't want to crash out. You don't want to hold on to negativity. You don't want to be looking for an opportunity to be, you know what I'm saying, on the negative vibration.
And you forcing it type shit. I agree, bro. And with that, bro, keep going. You know what I'm saying? The culture needs you to keep going.
Man,
you know what I'm saying? That's how I feel like play our part in this shit. I gotta keep going, you know, open up different avenues, bro. You open up different avenues for artists and shit, bro. So it's like, at this point, we gotta feed that. So I wanna ask you, bro, you had experience with Apollo. At Apollo. I've never got a chance to talk to you about this. This is actually the longest me and you've ever sat down and talked.
It's fire, bro. It's legendary.
But I want to ask you, bro, what the fuck was that like?
Bro, it happened so fast. I've been to the Apollo 3 times now.
Yeah.
That's my family. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Miss Kathy. I found her. Well, I've seen an ad. They were running an ad on Instagram. I sent a 60-second video of me doing poetry, and like in 20 minutes they hit me back like, "Yo, you got to come to the Apollo."
Wicked.
I'm like, huh?
Just like that,
bro. Just like that, bro. And that was in. I guess that was in 21 or 22. We almost in 25 now. I think that was 22. But yeah, bro. What was it like? I mean,
man,
it shaped me as an artist. Like that's why I'm sitting here today with the confidence that I have, with you know what I'm saying, the control, the poise, bro. Like with a turtleneck on, like the Apollo taught me so much. Like from image to showmanship to controlling my nerves on stage. I mean, I could teach a class on it, bro. I've literally been through almost every phase at the Apollo. So I'll just start at the first time I went to the Apollo. I wore a hoodie. On stage, I wore a hoodie. It was my homie's brand though. He came out there with me. He was like, bro, I got these pieces. He put a hoodie on me, he designed me, put some Yeezys on me. I'm like, bro, I'm lit. Young, not even knowing, you know what I'm saying, that the Apollo is all about, you know what I'm saying, the showmanship, the ceremonial vibe. You know what I'm saying? It's a ceremony, bro. It's it's upscale. Everybody that's on staff dresses up. You know what I'm saying? And the night that we're on stage, we're on staff too. So, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of it's like an unwritten thing. They have a lot of those there. So it's just certain stuff it takes time to learn. So the first time I went there, I did poetry and I killed it, bro. Like it was a testament to how serious I was, bro. I got up there, started my poem. Like I said, I learned how to control my nerves. I was so nervous, I didn't even introduce myself. Got up there, rubbed the lucky tree, and just stood in the spotlight and started gassing. And like 20 seconds in, they started booing. In that moment, I was like, bro, you gotta go harder. Started gassing harder, kept the poem, they booing, showering me with booze. I'm da 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 da. And like in 3 seconds, bro, people start cheering and clapping and cheering. I'm like, gassing. And they saved me, bro. And so that's how it works at the Apollo. If you get booed off, you don't get to get judged by the sound meter. The getting judged by the sound meter is how I haven't made it past that point yet. Mainly because I don't have a crowd of people with me to even
need that support out there.
You have to. That's another thing. You ain't gonna win if you don't got your people there.
That's real shit.
Because once the sound meter time come, you need people to go crazy so you can. Because once you advance past the sound meter, then you get paid. Then you know, and you got to win. Like you got to advance like 3 times to win the 20K. So it's a crazy game. It's like almost an unwinnable game. But it's not even about the money. It's about the artist development. The second time I got booed off. We tried to go up there, do a song. We rapped. I had my girl sing. We got booed off in 20 seconds. I don't know what happened. Another unwritten rule: you're not supposed to do original music at the Apollo.
Even you can't have your background vocals, or you can't do original music.
You're not even expected to do a song that nobody knows. If you do, you are a brave person, because most people, just because they don't know the song and they don't know you, they gonna start booing whether how good the song. And this is for rappers and singers who think that they're gonna go to the Apollo and
just turn shit up
and do their song, whether it's a performance track or not. You know what I'm saying? I went as far as having the band learn my music, and that was another thing that I felt like was the reason why I got booed off, because they did not play that song the same way they played it in rehearsal. And they started playing it. They started playing with me. I wasn't done talking. And it was just the whole thing, bro. I brought my homegirl. She was nervous. She got out there. I thought she was gonna blow the house down. Didn't happen.
Them nerves, man.
You know what I'm saying? And we got booed off. I didn't even get the rap.
Wow.
We got booed off before my verse came. And that's another artist development. I was doing a song that we all decided as a team for me to do, and I shouldn't have did that either, because I picked a song that my verse didn't even come in first. Like, what was I thinking? You know what I'm saying? And but it was supposed to happen, bro. It happened to sharpen me.
Yeah.
And that's probably my most important performance to date. Was the second time.
The second one, yeah.
At the Apollo, when we got booed off, I had brought my homegirl out there. It was Dominique Lindsay, Nico. You know, I don't want to do her like that. She's from Arkansas.
Okay.
But she sings on my song Natural High.
Okay.
On my album 1111. So shout out to her. Super grateful for her.
Right.
We just, as a collective, we wasn't ready.
Right.
And that's what manifested, and it's okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's what, and it's more than okay. It's amazing because it just propelled me and her as well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It propelled us into a state of confidence, a state of, you know what I'm saying, being on point. You know what I'm saying? I'm rehearsing multiple times before. I don't care what the show is.
Don't give a fuck.
We have rehearsals, you know what I'm saying, if not 2-3 times.
Yeah.
And so that was the second time at the Apollo. I didn't dress up either. I'm gonna keep mentioning that because it's an artist development point for artists to always look your best.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they believe that wholeheartedly. I did wear a button up, but the third time I went, that was the most recent time.
Yeah.
I feel like I was most polished. I didn't rap because I wanted. It was a thing for me. I wanted to test out all these unwritten things that I have gathered over the years. So
Right.
I wore a tux. I did poetry. It was another thing. So we didn't do an original song. We dressed up, and I introduced myself.
That part.
And I introduced myself, and bro, when I say that I didn't advance past the sound meter,
Yeah.
but nobody didn't have one boo to say, bro.
That's what's up.
I stepped out there, bro, did my poem. It was a poem actually that I wrote about getting booed off. So that was special for me too, because it was still an original piece that I wrote, you know what I'm saying, in response to the Apollo. And
at the Apollo.
I shoved it down their throats,
gangsta.
bro, and I was me, bro, and it was special to me, bro, because there was a lot of young kids there, because they do a kid Apollo show before they do the adults.
Crazy.
And they was really inspired by what I had going on, bro.
Right,
so
right.
above all, you know what I'm saying, that was really cool.
Man, that's sick, bro. That's
Yeah,
dope
so
as
that's
fuck.
the Apollo, man.
Yeah.
Man, shout out Miss Kathy, shout out the Apollo. I'm gonna be back. I go every year, so
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying.
That's
I'll be
sick,
back
bro.
in 2025.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
I'm a rap.
I'm
a rap
You
this
gotta
time.
do that, get back. Oh, well, you
think
said no original, huh? I mean, shit, you know the
No.
rules.
I am going to do original.
Okay,
I'm gonna bypass it, but it's a toss up between Get Back and Life's Not Fair.
I don't think I've heard Life's
So
Not Fair.
yeah, Life's Not Fair is it's like an Apollo groove. So it's like
Okay.
I'm thinking about doing Life's Not Fair because it sounds like a live band, and like the bars
Yup.
is like, you know what I'm saying, they not like Get Back kind of more commercial.
Right.
But Life's Not Fair is like that conscious grit East Coast type vibe.
Trust
so,
your gut, bro.
yeah,
Trust
so
your gut,
yeah,
bro.
I'm gonna have fun with it in 2025. Like, you know what I'm saying, that's why I'm not even worrying about the unwritten, doing original music, because we in a whole different age, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm in a whole different space, so I don't even take myself that serious to even worry about getting booed off. I just want to showcase my talent on that platform.
Yeah,
So.
and a lot of niggas wouldn't do that, to be honest.
So we having fun with it, bro.
Tell us about this run you've had this year, bro. The tour that you was on, the music that you've been dropping, bro. I was checking out your discography myself, bro. You dropped hella singles. I see you got 2 EPs with Second Chance.
Yes.
You just dropped the EP with Ali, right?
Yes, Ali Rashad.
Yeah, bro. So I've been looking, bro. I'm like, okay,
Man,
bro,
I
it's
appreciate
working. Tell us about that, man.
Man, bro, it's that collaboration we was talking about earlier. Really been loving collabing with Second Chance, bro. You know what I'm saying? We met only a year ago. I paid him for a feature.
Yeah.
And we made that song, and he was like, bro, you don't gotta pay me for a feature no more. So we just, from that point on, we locked in. We probably made like 2 albums. First year we was friends.
Yeah.
Like it's insane, bro. So we dropping a lot more music. Ali, you know, so we go way back to when I was doing skits.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So he in Atlanta now doing his thing. And so every time I'm out there, we lock in. He got the studio at the crib.
Right.
And I mean, the run has been amazing, bro. It's just like, it's like it's been cool to have natural momentum and still adding, like any moment, you know what I'm saying, we can add some fuel to the fire.
Whenever you want to.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah, so it's been crazy, bro. Shout out my manager, BC, you know what I'm saying, Southern Fried Marketing.
Hell
you know what I'm saying? He been moving me around all this year. We just finished the tour back in November. So we went everywhere. We went to Florida, to St. Louis, to Atlanta.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everywhere in the Midwest, St. Louis, Kansas City, Wichita, Emporia, Kansas.
Yup.
Yeah, bro, it was like 12 cities, bro. So
And
insane.
you've toured before, or is this your first tour?
This was my first tour as a musician.
Got you.
I was touring as a poet, you know what I'm saying, for about 3 or 4 years too. But those was tours that I was kind of curating myself with open mics, but this was like a booked tour. You know, it was like several booked things that was compiled in the tour.
Actual thing that you didn't have to,
we did 5 cities with TK Kravitz, shout out TK, and then we did a show with Waka and Emporia, and then we did a show with Peso in Dallas.
Grinding, bro.
Yeah, and then we went back to St. Louis. We went to St. Louis like 3 times in the past 3 months, and I got a chance to do some records with Tarboy Williams. Very established producer in the game, produced for Nelly and Jaquan, songwriter. Like, so yeah, bro, it's been amazing. This is the Kobe year, bro. So next year is just like the victory lap. You know what I'm saying? So
everything, bro. I feel the same way about myself, bro. I feel like next year is the, and it's not even a thing of like saying, oh, next year is my year. It's not even that, bro. It's just seeing this brick by brick now finally turn into a house. Seeing all
and
this.
now you living in it.
Bro, for the last 14 years doing this and like, okay, I'm still putting these bricks down. Where is this going? Now I'm like at a place where I'm like, oh shit, this is what I've been building? Damn, you know? So I feel like that. Yeah, man.
That's amazing, bro.
So what do you have for us to look out for? Are we expecting anything music-wise, 2025?
Yo, we about to drop a single. I'm probably going, since it's the Blunt Convo, we just going to be blunt. I'm probably going to drop an album and a single in the first quarter. So there's that. We're going to do a video. I mean, I might do a video.
Do the video, man. I see that you don't.
I might do a video.
Give us a visual, man.
Man, if y'all help me pay for it. You know what I'm saying? If the universe helps me pay for it, maybe I will do a music video in 2025. But I got 10 other music videos that I've spent probably $25,000 on.
Bro.
That people need to go watch.
Right now.
Including Get Back, you know what I'm saying? We just did that with Sharp. Amazing visual. But yeah, we might give them a visual, but we're gonna give them a lot of content. You know what I'm saying? Short form content. It's the same. It's really the way I'm gonna be doing it. It's the same as music videos. It's just easier to digest.
Yeah, straight up, bro.
So yeah, they can expect that. I'm about to be in some movies. Tubi. Who knows? I might be on HBO Max. You never know.
You never know
what I'm saying? So
yeah, bro.
I'm just never stopping, bro.
Man, I love that, man. Pray that God keep blessing your endeavors, bro, as he is doing with mine, man. And yeah, bro.
Shout out to Blunt Convo, bro. Amazing production. It was Blake.
Thank you. Blake.
Blake, man.
Yeah,
shout out Blake. Shout out little bro back here. You know what I'm saying? Trail back here, bro. Shout out to the whole team, bro. The home team, bro. For real, bro.
Thank you, bro.
I'm a fan, bro. I be tuning in, so it's an honor to be able to, you know what I'm saying, had a conversation with you, you know what I'm saying, in this space, bro.
Appreciate you, brother.
Yeah,
that's
bro.
dope, man. Well, look, that was another episode of Blunt Convo. Where can we find you at, man?
Find me at williswriter.net, my website.
No,
Willis Writer.
.net. Got you.
All things Willis Writer.
Hell yeah.
Yes, sir.
Well, we out. Thank you, Blake. Thank you, Soundbar. You can follow me everywhere, Trip G Official. Shout out to the home team. And we out.